I'm gonna try to go live. I just remembered why I never go live in this room anymore, because of the sun. It'll tend to overheat my devices. I have lots to talk about. I'm gonna do this feed and then a regular feed, and I have lots to talk about with the energy too. Let's see, give me a second to share this. Give me a moment. Sometimes Facebook doesn't notify people anymore. So, we have crazy energy. I always love it when things start getting crazy around here energetically. We have lots going on with the earth that I want to talk about today. With the energies and what kind of the effect it's having on, not only on us, but on the planet right now. Clearly, you know, we've been going through these storms, so we have a good inside perspective on Ascension. This is something we've been working at for a little while now. And, you know, I always say on my videos that if you want to understand the earth, you have to understand the human body. So, I've been paying attention to these storms, the effects that the different energies have on the planet in terms of global disasters like earthquakes, you know, the crazy weather, things like that. I've been really mapping it for a few years now. I first started doing my videos, and it was really funny. I was talking about pole shifts then as a probability, right? It seemed kind of like taken off the table for a little bit, and now, you know, I'm looking at the information that is coming out, and it really seems like one may be well underway. I see a lot of elemental energies around me too. The fairies like this room the best. I have all my crystals like laid out charging, and it's got a real good vibe going on in this room. So I see a lot of crazy energies around me. I am going to use this as a fear test. I put a couple articles up and people were like, I'm afraid, and I'm like, oh man. All right, I'll start here. Who's afraid of the pole shift? You have more grounding work you need to do, more root chakra work. We shouldn't be excited about this ascension. All right. What is happening is this planet is getting bombarded with a lot of high frequency energy, and it's coming from many different places. Some of these are galactic energies, some of these are solar, lunar energies, all sorts of energies, right? And what's happening right now is because of these eclipses mainly, but I will say that the regular storms are picking up intensity without any eclipses, just on the regular kind of cycles we're going through. We should be in a rest week right now, right? Normally I'd be telling you to rest and self-care and get ready for the next storm, and this is where we would be at, but we're anything but. We just got upgraded to a G4 class storm that's going on with the geomagnetic energies. So the best I can describe what is happening is this planet is getting hit with a lot of energy. The earth has an aura. It's much like a human. If you're in a toxic environment, you're not going to feel so great, right? When you're vibing around good people, you'll probably feel real good. It's the same with the earth's aura. It's always, you know, a defense against, you know, negative energies, harmful energies. It's a really good defense mechanism. What is happening is this planet's getting hit with so much energy at one time that it is weakening the earth's magnetic field, and things are happening. I can only describe it like the earth is going through light body activations right now. We have crazy things happening. Conveniently, while everyone is focused on politics around me and what is going to happen with the government, and I'm asking very serious questions at my house about what happens if this is to reverse. We see that the North Pole has moved from Canada towards Siberia. So we're seeing that already for a few years now. We've been seeing a lot of changes with this weather, right? Weather changes where you live. Probably everyone's seeing noticeable weather changes already. I had to ask questions because I'm on the equator for the first time in my life. I was asking questions like, if these poles are moving, will it move the equator? No one can answer my questions, whatever. So I have some very serious questions going on with this. We are in a window, a time gap that we have to make this ascension. Normally, these pull shifts are normal. They're the clearing, cleansing of an end of a cycle before we go into a new one. It's like a reset, a global reset. I had to reset my life a few times. Maybe the earth needs a reset too at this point, right? So we can look at it like an energetic reset, sort of. But you know what? Normally you would just start over, low level of consciousness, begin a new cycle, build your way back way up to where we're at now. And I'm sorry, the universe does not have the patience for starting over this time. So people like Nicola says, are we going to heaven? I said, we're going to stay right here. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to stay right here, and we're going to anchor in the new earth, which is going to be, creating our dream realities, anchoring into our dreams right here. We're not going anywhere. Okay, I have concern for the people that have not activated their fifth dimensional light bodies, that have not chosen to awoken and are not raising their vibrational frequency. The problem is that right now we're adjusting to higher and higher vibration energy. So if you're not working at raising your vibration, by the time you realize you may need to, you're not going to be able to do that process overnight. You can look at it like the Earth's energy is shifting just like ours is, right? So I noticed that they had a government shutdown last week. I'm observant, right? Knew it would be important. So they have a government shutdown. I go to Google, like I always do. I'm real into science, and I start looking for scientific facts about what is happening with the planet right now, right? I go to Google. I had a funny message on a couple of the websites I use. I'm sorry, these are government websites. And because of the government shutdown, we're not going to be able to give you any space weather or facts about what's happening to the Earth. Sorry. And even when they do, they just say they have no idea what's happening. This is happening rapidly. It's unable to predict anyway. But I thought it was convenient because I'm wondering what all the distractions going on, because we're seeing a lot of stupid stuff over Trump wanting to put a wall in America, things in the UK over Brexit, and it has everyone focused on the news, politics, the government, hoping there's going to be some government solution. And I'm like, hello, is anyone noticing? I'm asking my husband, we're talking about radioactive energies, and he's like, well, as long as the sun doesn't come too close to the planet, we should be cool. I'm like, hello, we just had an eclipse last week. I think it was near the planet. And so in his version of reality, everyone would die from radioactive microwave rays. But in my version of reality, those rays are hitting our body, upgrading us, and moving our ascension forward. I look at what's happening as the Earth, as it's setting off. It has already set a series of events into emotion. Like I keep saying, we're behind with this ascension. And yeah, we're behind a little bit. So it's going to be made up for in the energy hitting the planet, intensifying to make up for that lost time and doing this ascension. Like I said, this has never been attempted before. Yeah, we're trying the impossible to ascend an entire planet of people into higher dimensions while still live and living. So, we have not attempted this before. There's always been groups of people that ascended, but not an entire planet. I think people are too comfortable in this version of reality. Like, the universe is always expanding and evolving and wanting to learn and grow, and the universe kind of had enough of the old, and it is dying to create something new, something better. So, my phone has been going off for about a week now about the Earth's magnosphere every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes I get the magnosphere is excited alert to my phone, no joke. I've been mapping the earthquakes for a few years now, but you can watch that they're picking up intensity right now. We had earthquakes in New Zealand yesterday, and they're going off pretty steady too. You can see there's a rhythm to this. So the people that are like, oh my God, I'm afraid, the universe has got this. The universe, yeah. So we're gonna see something unfold that is beyond our limited comprehension at the moment. Some people speak of this as an event, right? Some type of something that is going to change our entire reality, like to the core. Who knows? So this event, whatever is going to happen, is said to occur by 2020. We're in 2019. This was predicted to be 2020 was a purification, cleansing, time so that we can anchor into the fifth dimension for good. Let's see, what else? I'm going to the comments. Good morning. Good morning. I got to do my videos, but it's the weekend today, so I'm really glad about that, because I've also, as above, so below, you can just look what's happening to the earth to gauge what is happening to your body. Just like when the fires were ripping through California, we can take that as we were cleansing our root chakra. So now we see that the earth is going through some serious aura upgrades. It has high influxes of energy flooding it, same with us. So we're going through some serious light body integrations. They talk about that void in a lot of like biblical stuff, Atlantean times, where, you would be cool seeing a pole shift as long as you had your fifth dimensional light body or your Merkaba activated. So, let go of fear. I get excited. I'm the only one who gets excited when I see this crazy stuff happening, right? I've been watching, observing. I'm like an observer. I like to watch everything happening with our movements, Ascension, the earth, politics. I'm all into just observing and kind of piecing together what's going on around here. This month has some crazy energy. Perfect. Things are going to happen fast. We need to get outside and we need to connect with nature. Would your cells in your body not be activating your entire body? The cells in your body. You can look at us like cells of the planet, right? We need to get outside more too. We need to use Reiki and have the intent to be activating the planet. I think it would be very beneficial if we could take a little bit of time, right? And send some healing to Gaia, to the earth, with the intent to help activate Gaia's light body, right? Gaia's going through some serious light body upgrades right now, and it's, everyone's gonna feel it on some level. So we could really help this process. That if the planet activates itself, it's activating us. But we're also here to activate the earth too, from the inside out. So I think people need to really get back to nature during this time with what's going on with the planet. We are healers, and we can help bring more balance to this place on whatever level. Things are very off balance around here. I could just describe it as. I have to get a lighter. So, you can't have the Earth's aura changing without your aura changing. We're noticing in the aura pictures people are posting that you guys are starting to bling different colors. You're starting to draw in different colors. Nice, found a necklace. You're starting to draw on other colors too. The goal is to be rainbow frequencies by the summertime. Yeah, we're behind schedule. We need everyone anchored into the fifth dimension. Those would be rainbow frequencies where everyone has mastered each chakra. And a lot of our learning was spending time on these chakra paths with lessons related to our chakras. So, this is encompassing rainbow frequencies on whatever level. So that's my attainment, my goals for the spring and the summer with these groups, that I'm going to see some serious energetic changes occurring. That's why I like to do those aura photos. It was helpful on my journey to be able to look back and see my soul growth and work that I'm doing this transformation. We know that our thoughts affect our aura too, right? It's an electromagnetic field around our body, and all life has one. Plants, rocks. All life has this same aura, this energetic field around it, including the earth. So, as the earth is going through these changes, we can take it that we're getting activated and upgraded. We're going through DNA upgrades. We're going through light body upgrades right now. We see a lot of ascension symptoms too, because people are getting dehydrated. We've probably been in a geostorm for going on 2 weeks. At least a week and a half. So people tend to get dehydrated because we're getting activated with this energy and it's changing our DNA. So people aren't understanding we probably should be doubling up on our water or liquid intake with these energies. It will really help. You can level up more. Water is an energy conductor. If you're drinking more water, you can hold more energy. You'll be able to absorb more of it. You'll be able to use more of it. Good morning. We're talking earth changes. I want to know how the weather will be here. I would like to know how the weather will be next year here. I'm watching it, right? They just are used to it. They live here, but I'm watching the earth changes and I know how it should be here, right? I didn't see any snow this year. I'll just put it that way. I believe that as the poles are shifting and changing, it's going to have serious effects on not only the energy cycles, but the weather around here too. It's something we're already seeing. That's why it's so easy to try to sell people on the idea of global warming. It must be global warming and humans doing it, right? Not the end of a cycle. I think the government's freaking out, and that they shut down their government conveniently so they didn't have to answer any space-related questions. That's the only department I saw shut down. I still see their courts are up and running. They're all over the news like every day at the office, right? They're still going about. It's the only thing I'm seeing shut down. I'm still seeing the cops and all their worker bees about, but I see their space weather shut down, and the sites that will tell you by law what's in your water conveniently are closing down, and departments like that. It's like they really just went through and pick and chose which departments to shut down conveniently a week before the polls begin to shift and move in a notable way. It's all over the news too. It's like all over the news. They're like, we have no idea. They're moving rapidly. We have no idea. Sorry, our government is shut down. We can't answer any questions on the topic. We would love to. So, for fun, I gotta do this because I put it in the admin chat. Let's talk about the Great Wall of China that Trump wants in America. I was looking up the Great Wall of China because I feel like history repeats itself, right? He actually wants this wall twice as high as the Great Wall of China, which took 20 years to build. It was built by soldiers and criminals. It was kind of a big undertaking. Have you guys seen the pictures of the Great Wall of China? It's pretty massive. Well, Trump wants his wall twice as high, actually. We said it could probably take 40 years to build then. At that rate, if that's how long the Great Wall of China took. He would love to wall off the bottom of the U.S. with this massive wall bigger than the Great Wall of China. I would love to see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure they'll just take the helicash and get no wall, but hey, we'll see, right? I was just wondering if in, the future, if we continue going on like this, if maybe like it would be like an ancient site like the Great Wall of China. The Trump wall may become an ancient site one day, right? In future generations. We'll see how this plays out. It will only cost taxpayers $20 billion for the wall. We know that in actuality, the wall will cost 10 times that amount too. That's their projected what it will cost. Speaking of helicash, and where's it all going? Alright, yeah, I had to put it up. The Great Wall of China is coming to an American city near you. I can't wait to see how this goes. Separation, walls. Let's put some more walls up, some more borders up. I don't know if you can hear me good because I'm in the pyramid. I'll try to talk louder. I need a sound check, right? Good morning. I'm sending pyramid vibes. I figured I could use some pyramid energy in my life today. I'm doing cool. It's the weekend. We've been working a lot, doing our class, trying to get it set up. So I'm actually excited for this weekend with how the energy is rolling and flowing through here. Now, I can only describe this energy as very magical. Like I said, it's the entire universe dying to create something new. It's sick of Prison Planet, Enslavement 101, and, it just yearns to go back to itself time and time again, right? So we have this amazing energy all around this planet that is helping shift us into higher and higher frequencies. I said it was like kind of like we made this energetic shift, got used to the frequencies, and then here you go, have another one. And so we're kind of going up in frequency fast this month. We're going to be entering February feeling much differently than we were coming into this month. We're doing like so much soul growth in such a short amount of time to kind of play catch up and to kind of push us forward on our paths too with what we're trying to manifest. The next energy storm is going to be very, very intense. It's lunar energy. It will be a full moon. It will be a full blood moon too. And just like how we're feeling the after ripple effects of the sun coming close to the planet, we're going to feel that with the moon too. And it's going to be a very powerful energy to that next storm. So this storm right now is just setting the stage for what's coming too on a lot of levels. Hi Dale. Hi Heather. I'm just chilling before I do my video. We're talking about the Earth's energetic field and what is happening. I mean, it's kind of funny. I feel like I came full circle because I was always talking about pole shifts. I used to always be like talking about pole shifts like every day when I first started teaching on feed. And now I feel like, oh look, it's coming back to this topic. We're just kind of coming full circle. Something I thought was taken off the table, and here we are. I did ask the universe that we see some type of sci-fi crazy shit that people can't even comprehend, though. In my own reality, it's something I just feel tuned into that's coming. So the news is talking pole shifts. It always makes me happy to see them putting stuff like that all over 3D news. It really does. Or they're not talking pole shifts in a lot of places, and they're talking politics, right? I was wondering what the distraction is, because I noticed simultaneously the US is doing their government shutdown drama and the UK is doing Brexit, and it's just really a pull to distract people. I'm like, do you guys not notice what's going on with the planet? You guys care about the news and politics. Like, look around. Look around. Please. And I still get the sheep stare back. I'm trying the best I can here, right? So, as these frequencies are going up, it's making us better conduits for this energy, better receivers too, right? They had some kind of news someone put in the Reiki group. I didn't look at it, but it was like talking about picking up radio frequencies from space. And, you know, that's what's going to make us better channels, right? Better at downloading, better at using this energy is the higher frequency we're at. So, you know, this beginning of this year is going to really push us furtherly into our abilities, because we're going up in frequency, so we're becoming more tuned into our spiritual gifts, spiritual abilities. Good morning. I'm having my morning coffee too. I don't have a plug-in for my laptop in here, so I don't know. My music will definitely last this video. We'll see about the next one. So, yeah, it's insane. People don't understand. This is an important time to be alive. Humanity was on a collision course. A collision course. It couldn't have kept on going on. Now people are having spiritual awakenings, and it's changing the collective fast. But it could not have continued going on in that third dimensional sense of wars and everything, you know, happening and escalating in such a way. So humanity really was on a collision course, and things just couldn't go on like this. We need to understand we're a very small speck of life. If we're talking about the universe and consciousness, and, you know, the universe is every experience occurring simultaneously, every past, future experience as well. You know, we're talking about something so vast, and this planet has such an entitled sense about this planet, the control dramas that happen here, people just straight destroying the planet. We're not allowed to blow up and destroy this planet. It would affect other life forms. So it's really important that we understand things just couldn't go on like this. Good, more coffee today, right? I'm doing coffee. I'm gonna have a chill day. I'm doing my 2 videos, and I've been off grid yesterday anyway. I didn't even do videos. I've been feeling a need to be off grid with this energy. Hey, I'm on the equator. If the poles are moving and strange things are happening, I'm right on that line, that cross line, right? I'm in the crosshairs too with this energy right here. I can feel it real crazy in my whole body. I can feel the energetic adjustments that are occurring, I'll just say. So I would love to know how that affects regions that are on that equator pole line too magnetically. What countries are the earth chakras in? We have the root chakra in America, most notably, right? Over by Shasta. We have the crown chakra over in Tibet. Right now we have the heart chakra, and we have the third eye chakra in the United Kingdom. As for the rest, I can never remember. On the other side of the planet. As for the rest, I can never remember. I'm more interested in the higher chakras, the upper chakras. So my travel destination list did entail Shasta, the root, but I'm sticking over here. I want to continue to journey through the heart chakra and crown chakra living here, but I want to go to Tibet really bad, and I am working on it. And I want to go travel to some other places, but mainly in the upper chakras. I feel that each chakra has a frequency. Just like the human body, each chakra will have a frequency. That's why there's different, tone binaural beats that are going to work differently for each chakra. So for me, I began my ascension journey and began to raise my frequency and do a lot of inner work, and I needed to be in higher frequencies. So I found that the higher up the chakras you move, probably the higher frequency energy is going to be distributed throughout those ley lines. So for me, the UK is a lot more intense energetically for me to handle. It's higher frequency, so it's really good for my ascension that I kept moving up on that chakra line. So they do have a lot of maps online. Go to Google with these questions you guys have. The universe, when you just search for something, will give you exactly what you need to. You have to remember that. Go to Google, get the chakra map picture, right? But those are the most notable ones I'm interested in. There's a lot of fear that is pumped out throughout the ley lines in America. I call it the fear factory. There's a lot of fear. You see a lot of more of terrorist stuff happen there and crazy shit. Shootings and crazy stuff. They don't even have guns in the UK, okay? They have a lot more crazy stuff that is meant to induce fear in those areas too, because that's one way they can keep control of that heart chakra, right? There's a lot of separateness happening in the UK. That's one way that they can try to gain control of that chakra too and close it off to people in whatever regard. Well, I know people. Sherry says, a good thing we don't allow some people in this group so they can't hear these conversations. Sherry says that it's draining for her to hang out with some guys, and I felt like that too with my relationship too, because I'd done so much energy work. It took a minute for us to balance out frequency wise. Try to see people as giving you a recharge instead of draining you, and watch how your reality changes fast. So I tend to go, like I go to the passport place yesterday, and this lady was like such a cunt to me, number one. I'm just always appalled at these people and their policies and their paperwork and their laws. I'm just like, okay, so I got to deal with this lady, and she could have just put my paper through. She just gave me a hard time for no reason, right? So, you know, I would think normally, probably like a year ago, it would have been, it's so draining to go into this. It's going to be so draining to go into this passport place. We only drain ourselves with our thoughts ever. So if I go in there expecting to be drained, that will be like 50 million times more draining to me. So I got to go into these places now that I would previously think might be draining, courts, stuff like that, and think I'm going to go in there and get a recharge. Things my husband was trying to teach me. It's going to recharge me to go out and be around and do this stuff that would previously drain me. Start to think that. It'll really change that. Infinite versions of reality, right? Start to think the draining encounters are so recharging for you. And it really will help, though. It really will. Swear to God. So normally I'd be like, it's so draining to go do this matrix shit and talk to these sleeping people. You know, I'm at a high frequency and everything is an energy exchange. So if you're at a high frequency and you're exchanging with low frequency people, you always get the short end of the stick, right? They always feel great colliding with you, and we always feel awful a lot of the time. I think it's why I'm so weird about who I'll let into my reality now. I had this weird encounter where this, I don't know if I put it on video yet. This lady knocks on my door 2 days ago. She knocks on my door and she says, "Hi, would you like to take a survey?" I said, "Can I come in? I want to come in your house and do a survey." And, you know, I just saged, and I've been doing so much cleaning during this Capricorn energy. And, you know, I've seen so many vampire movies that I might have to know you for me to invite you in my space, my sacred house, my temple, right? So she's like, "Hi, I want to come in and do a survey with you." I said, "No, thank you." And then I said, "Oh, what company do you work for and what kind of survey?" And she gave me some bullshit, you know, job title, so I couldn't understand anywhere she was coming from. And she said this would be a political survey on politics and alcohol. Right? And I'm just so weird about who I'll allow into my house and into my space now. Thank you, but no thank you. I think I'll pass, right? I'd rather not talk about 3D topics. My political philosophy is burn the establishment, I said. Not in a, like, real fire kind of way. I'm talking about, like, alchemical fire, the violet flame. Please burn the establishment down. So, I'm just weird about who I'll let into my space. I don't know that lady. I don't want her low vibe energy in my house talking about politics. I just spent like a week cleaning and purifying and saging. So I'm becoming more and more picky about who I'll allow into my reality. That lady had no boundaries. Who knows? She looked like she worked for a government agency too. And had no boundaries. "Hi, I'm coming in your house." These people have no boundaries. The UK cops, "Hi, we're coming in your house," right? So we need to have boundaries with our reality. We need to be careful with what we're allowing into our reality and who we're letting into our reality. See everything as an energy exchange. Even if she wanted to do her political survey, and I'm sure they're dying to know my political views. Good try, not today, Satan. So I'm just more careful about everything is an energy exchange, so I have to have enough energy to do my life and my mission and stuff like that. So sometimes I put myself off grid, recharge my energy, right? I'm careful about who I allow into my space so I can continue to kind of go on like this. People who are around a lot of draining people, ultimately you can tend to self-destruct or go level 500 when you get drained and run out of energy. It can make you moody, grumpy, lower frequency. So more high vibe energy exchanges this year, for real. Better boundaries. Better boundaries. These people have no boundaries here. They asked me for my parents' birth certificates. I said, first off, the government is not going to give me those documents that you're asking me for. I don't know how it works in the UK, but if I go ask for them, the government will lie to me, and they're not going to give me social security card or certificates or any other private information. And I think it's very funny that they would ask me, because the whole time I've been on this island, they've been constantly asking me for my entire lineage, my grandparents' information. They would take their birth certificates too if they could. They're trying to track who I am and my lineage and where I came from there in so many ways. With all of their paperwork here, it's kind of mind-blowing to me though, that they would ask me for this crazy stuff too, right? Gabrielle, hi. We were gonna do global meditation. We need to send Reiki to the earth. We need to help with the earth's activations it's going through. We're cells, so would not our own cells in our body activate us? We're also here to activate the earth, just like we are here to activate the other little cells or people. So I think it would be really beneficial if we were sending more Reiki to the earth too, as it's making its ascension. You know that any energy you're putting out will come back and activate and heal you too. And it would really help the earth with its ascension. Yeah, they want to make sure I'm not a threat. They can watch my live feeds on YouTube like everyone else who's banned from these areas. They can go find my live feeds on YouTube. We put them on there too. But we don't allow... Okay, first off, they wanted a cop to sign my form too. I told them in 2 years I still wouldn't know a cop for a friend that will sign my form. In 2 years, I'm still not going to have a cop, I told them, for a friend. The list of people is like government official list that they want for someone to sign my form too. It's so crazy to me. I was like, just trust me on this. In 2 years, I'm still not going to have any UK cop friends. I just doubt it. We shall see. Yeah, we need to do group meditation. Gabrielle's on the wrong time zone for me, so, you know, by the time I do my videos, that's when I'm free. And I'm just finishing up my first video, and I'll start my second one, and that's when I have my free time and can start whatever I'm doing. So we're on such weird time zones, it's real hard for us to link up and coordinate. Meditation is powerful. It's like having the entire universe on the telephone with you. Just you, right there. Like you wanted my attention, the whole universe at your disposal, right there. And you know, this universe is energy. I'm getting some people close to my Reiki group last night on Akashic Energies, and this is the energy that is all around us, but it is full of information, knowledge, right? Cosmic downloads, all sorts of stuff like that. So we have this crazy energy all around us, and we're beginning to tune in better and better to it. Some people are talking to me about their aura photos, and I said, you know what? A lot of this, you have to feel the spiritual. People are fast to discount the spiritual because they're not maybe seeing their angels, seeing their higher self, seeing whatever it is. But a lot of this you have to feel, right? We're going back to intuition, knowing, feeling the spiritual on whatever level. A lot of people are getting such spiritual information around here and are fast to discount it, right? I told someone that's a fairy, get your attention and your like, I thought that, and I probably second guessed myself. So you guys are getting a lot of information. This is about fine-tuning your intuition, your internal compass, listening to it so much that it's just so easy to read, and it will lead you around here and on your mission, you know, advise you in every choice you're making, every step of the way. This is about really tuning your heart. Spiritual. Yes, it's an energy, but also for me, a lot of this would be a knowing, a feeling, a doubting, that energy I found. Your feed's cutting out. I know it's too high frequency in this room. A lot of times the sun, thank God I put 2 pillows up and it got gray out already. But a lot of times the sun will hit my devices and short circuit them. But today we're cool with the sun. But this is a real high frequency room of all the rooms in my house. It's full of just like candles and crystals and spiritual stuff. And I really feel that this, and it has a lot of light. So we always have real good sunlight hitting this room every day, hitting the pyramid. It really creates good energy in here. Perfect time to travel. I'm going to get off of here and do a real video and see if I can reset my device and maybe it'll stop cutting out, but it's a really good time to be getting things done. I'm feeling a need to be cleansing my house a lot. I just vacuumed and, you know, lit some incense around here, right? Just cleaned up a little bit. So I'm feeling a need to keep my space real clean too as we're going through the shit. It really helps to, you know, get rid of any dusty areas, cluttered areas. Writing on my floor for like 2 days in my bedroom, but I realized this morning, even though it's like it's just energy when we have some pile there, like desk stuff, it's old clothes, start to get rid of old stuff you don't like a lot more, even if it's just old clothes, shit in your house you're not using, and you wouldn't believe how fast new things will come to fill up that space. So I just got rid of some more clothes, manifested some new ones that already came to fill that space. So we need to start to kind of get rid of the things not serving us furtherly. This year is all about purification and detoxification. I would love if I could find someone who knows about the red star Kachina and the blue star Kachina too. If someone could tell me which one in that prophecy comes first, the red or the blue, I would be very interested in knowing that, as it may relate to these the moon cycles that we're having this year. I relate to the next few moon into that prophecy come 5 jump just be really first time to go, right? So we're living in the time of prophecies. I love it. Birth equal changes with us, changes to the whole. So I think it's really good news. I think that's they're shut down in their bullshit. They're talking about the wall like it's so important, and I'm like, what are they really talking about? They do news. A lot of opinions about a wall. So I'm like, okay, now I see. Okay, I get it now. The pole literally just moved from Canada towards Siberia. This is a big move too. You can't have something happen on such a magnetic level without it affecting us, because we're very magnetic creatures too, right? We're magnetic entities. So we see a lot of earth changes about to happen, a lot of stuff progressing us forward on our ascension path, and it's just really important that this year we are creating, practicing more and more in reality, right? They have a lot of speculation about, well, what happened about this bullshit, but I always say we stay right here. And it's really important that we realize that, you know, while the old may crumble, hopefully we're creating and living in the new now. And so that won't even really affect us so much. It might affect the whole global consciousness a lot, crazy, but it might not affect us so much as long as we're detoxing and staying focused on creating. So last year was a lot of releasing, letting go of the old, maybe even resetting your life, starting over with certain things. And this year we're going to really focus on manifesting, creating, and building the new. This is very symbolic of, you know, the new and the old occurring at the same time, building on the ashes, phoenix, stuff like that. So this is really time, like I said, how we feel. We only had a year left to make this spiritual ascension. I mean, the target date is entering 2020. So what would happen if this was the last year that we have to purify, detox, and get where we need to be for our ascension? So this is a really important time, especially with a lot of people asleep. A lot of people have not begun the awakening process and all the purifying and detoxing that goes with it. So this is an important time for the awake to anchor into these high frequencies. The higher that we can vibe, it's going to do things to the earth, pushing its frequency higher, and vice versa. So we can vibe a lot higher, we can send the earth Reiki, we can get outside more, connect with nature, and it would be really beneficial for what the planet is experiencing for this ascension. We discount that the earth is a living entity. The earth is a spiritual living entity, and just as we're transforming and changing on a cellular level, so is the earth, right? As we're making our ascension, it's changing the whole of the planet. So this is an amazing time. No fear. We did not come this far for fear, and this journey is for sure for the fearless at this point, in case you didn't notice that, right? We saw what happens when we got thrown into this matrix of sleep and just saw all of our fears on repeat. It's really time that, if you are having fear service, that you recognize that and tell that voice to shut up. Not today. I'm creating my dreams. Take a back seat, right? I'm sorry. We did what you wanted, and it kind of created a mess I'm kind of fix. So really focus on what is a fear and what is a dream that you could be creating around here too.